We are live. Yay. We are back for another weekly Star Dragon Oracle reading type of thing. People are joining. Well, hey. Let go. So, as always, we are doing the Star Dragon Oracle by Paolo Barbieri. You would think that I would know that, the amount of times that I've said that so far. So we're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube. So we've got them both going at the same time. So for those of you that have seen this before, you know the deal. For those of you that are new and haven't seen me do this before, I'm the Starlight Priestess. I post weekly oracle readings as live feeds so that you guys can kind of join in as and when in the comments section, not joining in my lives. We don't do that. I never know where to look because I've always got more people on TikTok than I have on YouTube, but I feel like all of the YouTube ones that actually get posted. I don't want to. Also, Dragon Buddy. So the way that this works is I'm going to do a collective reading for the Starlings, which is what I call my subscribers because I'm the Starlight Priestess. We are the Star Squad. You guys are the Starlings. If you haven't seen my video on that for the full breakdown, head to my YouTube channel, go and see that video. So I pull 7 cards from this deck, just asking what kind of things Starlings need to know for this week, for the week ahead, for what kind of messages we need. I will take the imagery of the cards and kind of do a little bit of, I suppose, reflection on what they could possibly mean based on the kind of things that we, like the kind of themes that are running here. I did not see them. Continue shuffling until we get 7 cards. So I will go through imagery of the themes and we will ask some questions at the end. I have to kind of state for legal reasons that this is for entertainment purposes only. It is just for self-reflection and for pondering some thoughts and seeing how to improve ourselves as we can throughout the week and seeing what themes show up within the imagery so that we might potentially have an idea of what... Oh, that was just me being clumsy. None of those are actual cards. Actually, there's 4 of them, so they could be. That makes 6. See if we can get 1 more. Just 1. And then we read the bottom of the deck. So, how have you guys been? It's been a bit of a long week, not gonna lie. I am a little bit sleepy and I've got very long shifts tomorrow, but because unfortunately at the moment this is not the only thing I do. I would like it to be the only thing I do, but this is not the only thing I do. So if you would like to support making that dream happen, then continue to watch. That one, there we go. Go and check out my YouTube channel. Go and check out my other, actually, I'm going to put that there. And check out my Instagram, TikTok, obviously. I do have a Patreon as well. If you would like to receive kind of like weekly journal prompts, weekly extra like mermaid readings or rune readings or anything like that, then that is what I do over on there. So link to that should be in the description for YouTube, and I think it's in my bio for TikTok, I think. I am really sleepy. This will not be the first time I yawn. I'm working hard. I'm not gonna apologize for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 cards, and we are going like that. So, as I said, for those of you that have seen before, quite a simple process. Go through. We will analyze the imagery of the cards, see how that relates to the kind of themes that pop up from previous readings, or just anything that we need to know. Sorry, I did a ritual last night. I'm trying to clean up a little bit of the spillage on my desk here. Can I do an Irish accent? You tell me. Sometimes. Okay, so that would actually be kind of fun, seeing if we can do whole lives in different accents. That'd be interesting. I feel like that could get a little bit offensive though, because I'm good at them, but I'm not so good that I'm like confident like that, you know. Hi. What's that, SK Dead fandom? Yes, that was really good. Can you do an English accent? Because I'm from England. I am also from England, so this is an English accent. So, Oracle reading. We've got 7 cards. And we go through the imagery. At the end of, like, when I kind of feel like it's wrapping up, I will ask a question based on the imagery of that card. So, first card. Dominance, believing in yourself. We've had this one pop up quite a lot over the last few readings, because I only started doing this about a month ago, the lives anyway. So we've had this one pop up a few times. It's been a bit of a running theme. Believing in yourself, having that self-confidence, having, like, tuning out the voices of self-doubt. For those of you who haven't seen the card before, we'll show the TikTok squad, badass, and then YouTube squad. There we go. So, theme of believing in yourself, the theme of building that self-confidence, maybe going out and trying something that maybe you wouldn't have done before just for the hell of it. What's your pronouns? She, they. So trying something new just for the hell of it, because maybe something that you wanted to do for a while. I'm feeling this is something that you've wanted to do for a while, and you've kind of put it off because you don't believe you can succeed at it. So I feel like the question for this one is kind of like, what can we do? What is something new we can give ourselves permission to try? Ooh. What is something new you can give yourself permission to try? That is, like, believing in yourself. It can spark so much. You have no idea. Having that self-belief, having that ability to let yourself suck at something, because everybody has to start somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere in everything that we do. What can we give ourselves? What are we giving ourselves permission to try this week? Give yourself permission to try something new. Give yourself permission to not be good at something. Give yourself permission to try something new. So what can we give ourselves permission to try this week? That is that card. Just so you know, as we go through every few cards, I'll kind of like do a rerun through for anyone new that's joining or anyone that hasn't seen it yet. Let's see. Oh, I mean, that's a gorgeous card, but grief and accepting loss. I feel like this is very much a Samhain vibe theme thing, because obviously Samhain is all about ancestors and kind of like vibes of the dead, ancestral heritage, spirits, all that kind of stuff. I also feel like it's like to try something new. sometimes we have to let other things go. That's the vibe I'm getting. So what can we give ourselves permission to try this week? And excuse me. What do we need to let go to be able to move into our best selves? Accepting loss. We need to let something go. There is something that has been weighing down on us, pressing down on us, holding us back. Something has been holding you back. Accepting the loss. There is something that has been holding you back that you need to let go of. You need to accept the loss of that thing in order to believe in yourself and try something new. Do you want a galaxy? Like the actual stars? The chocolate? The phone? I don't know. No, I'm good. Oh my god, I said Nick, I have my own galaxy inside me, guys. Wow, that was preachy. So I feel like, yeah, accepting the loss of something. Hello, peoples. People are commenting, yay. I feel like accepting the loss of something. You need to accept that you have to let some things go in order to succeed. Money on TikTok, you get a lot of money if I give you them in your house. That's creepy. But it's a converted house, so it's fine. Yeah, accepting the loss. So accept that you have to let something go in order to move into like the space of being your best self. If that makes sense. Mate, I'm in a studio. Please don't make me mute people already. I'm not even 15 minutes in. Please do not make me mute people already. Accepting that you have to let something go in order to fully believe yourself and try something new. That is, so what can we give ourselves permission to try this week? And what do we need to let go of in order to be our best selves? What do we need to let go of in order to be our best selves? That's card number 2. I feel like I'm going to end up losing my voice. I've done a lot of talking very loudly today at work. I feel like all of those are... Oh, some of them are upside down. That's just because of the way I picked them up. What's my favourite scary movie? Seeing as it's... Are you advertising? Am I advertising for what? I don't know. Technically, yes, I'm advertising for my readings on my YouTube channel. Favorite scary movie? Ooh. I know we're mid-reading, but I'll think about that one. The third card is Transcendence, Achieving Success. So I feel like we've got a bit of a running theme here. Having that belief in yourself, allowing yourself to suck, allowing yourself to try something new. Accepting that in order to fully believe in yourself, there are some beliefs you will have to unlearn, some things to let go of. You have to let go of some things in order to fully empower yourself and believe in yourself. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to do an oracle reading. So this one is Transcendence, Achieving Success. So if you are able to tap into that self-belief, if you are able to let go of those things that you need to let go of in order to become your best self, you will achieve the success you desire. That is card number 3. So I feel like for this one, the question would be, it seems to kind of keep popping up with this card. What is it you are afraid of about succeeding? Why are you afraid to succeed? Because you have those limiting beliefs, you have those self-doubts. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be in a place where you are waiting for things to come to fruition. What are you afraid of when it comes to success? Because I know I'm afraid of being able to lose things. Like, the more you have, the more you have to lose. So that is something I'm very much working through. But no, I'm not single. Awkward question. Thanks. So what are you afraid of when it comes to your success? Who are you talking to? I'm talking to the people in the comments. I think that one was Rico. He just said single, question mark? No, I'm not single. No, my boyfriend's not the dragon. He's in the other room. So, achieving success. What are you afraid of when it comes to succeeding? What are you afraid of when it comes to succeeding? So, quick run through for the people that haven't been tuned in the whole time. We've got dominance, believing in yourself. So, what are we giving ourselves permission to try this week? Then we have grief, accepting loss. What do you need to let go of in order to become your best self? Then we have transcendence, achieving success. So what are you afraid of when it comes to succeeding? We're getting deep. Oh, I didn't actually show you guys the cards. I'm so sorry. This is the second one. That's the grief, accepting loss. Got bone dragon, skull dragon. And then for the YouTube squads, pretty. Pretty. And then the transcendence, achieving success. That is very much, you see the person on top? We're setting ourselves on fire, bruh. We can achieve this. Pretty. Nice tattoos. Thank you very much. Very cool cards. I love these cards. They're so gorgeous. So that was card number 3 out of 7. We're nearly halfway there, guys. Not quite halfway there in the time. We'll see how it goes. Favorite scary movie, Jennifer's Body. There you go. It's not like scary, but it is kind of creepy. Don't look out the window. Can't see out there anyway, it's dark. Ooh, time. This hasn't actually got like a little tagline along with it. I feel like this is part of like a different set because it's got a Roman numeral number instead as well. So this one is time. Very much waiting for things to come to fruition. So I feel like, did I draw that? No, this is the Star Dragons Oracle cards by Paolo Barbieri. I absolutely love them. They're gorgeous. And these are the ones that I use on these weekly lives every week. Every Saturday evening. So time. I feel like the message for this one is to try not to rush things. Oof. Yeah, that one's for me. Jesus. Try not to rush things because long-term success is built over time. So having that self-belief, letting go of, have you earned from doing this? Not yet, because I'm still very, very new at it. Thank you, Luca. Yeah, I feel like not trying to rush things because long-term success is built over time. Can I have a reading, Queen? Shay, you can message me. This is currently a collective group reading where I will pull 7 cards from this deck and potentially read the bottom of the deck. You want money? I do. If you work as a security guard of a Samsung store, then are you a guardian of the galaxy? That's funny. I like that. General group reading, yeah. So it's like a weekly collective live reading for anyone that follows, anyone that joins in. I call my followers or my subscribers my Starlings. So hey, we have YouTube viewers as well. Woohoo! I call my group of followers the Starlings. So it's a Starling collective reading. How do I take in this information? Make notes, I suppose. I will go over the cards that I've done already for those that are joining in late, but we are currently on the 4th card out of 7 and potentially 8 because I sometimes read the bottom of the deck as well. But this card is time. Trying not to rush things, trying not to what's the words I'm looking for? Allowing yourself to build something that lasts. If you want to build something that lasts, you have to take the time to build it. So Rome wasn't built in a day, as the saying goes. There are some people that do kind of blow up overnight, but for the most part, that kind of success isn't eternal. Like the people that build their success for long term take the time to do so. So I think my question for this one is, what are you trying to rush? What are you trying to rush? Because long-term success, which was achieving success, long-term success is built over time. So just brief intermission for anyone that's new, anyone that's recently joined, anyone that's lingering. I'm the Starlight Priestess. I do weekly oracle readings. This is like the collective group readings for everybody. If you want personal readings, feel free to DM me. I will discuss about that in DMs. Not a problem, but these lives are kind of like general group readings. Every few cards stop, I will go over like the messages and the questions that we've had. This is for entertainment purposes only, and it is just to get us pondering some life-altering questions and some real brain squeezers. So first card was dominance, believing in yourself. Yes. So I've got TikTok here, I've got YouTube up here. So that's why I'm moving things around. So believing in yourself, what can we give ourselves permission to try this week? That was the question for that one. We've got grief, accepting loss. So what do we need to let go of in order to be ourselves? Then third card was transcendence, achieving success. What are you afraid of when it comes to succeeding? Every time I join collective readings, I always resonate heavily. Yeah, me too. But that's one of the gotta go now. Bye, bro. Bye, Arsenal. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I started doing these readings, is because I always actually got so much from them, but I never found the time to tune in, and I felt like I wanted to like kind of practice connecting with these cards and with the Star Dragons as well. So Star Dragon Oracle works wonders, works every time. Absolutely love it. Art is gorgeous, and the messages always come through really strong. So yeah, what exactly are you afraid of when it comes to achieving success? That's that card. And what are you trying to rush? Because long-term success is built over time. What are we trying to rush? What are we trying to rush, guys? Don't rush things. And all of these cards, like I am part of this collective reading. They're for me too. So that's one of the reasons I love doing these so much, is because we all get something out of it, you know? Card number 5 is enlightenment, moving forward. I feel like we had this one last week. If you want to catch up on any of my live readings and stuff, I do have a YouTube channel that should be linked in the bio on TikTok. I can't remember. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, hi, you're already here. But I have the live videos will be stored up on YouTube as well. So if you would like to go and follow my YouTube channel, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or if you're on YouTube, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram and Patreon and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to follow me there, it's all like the Starlight Priestess, the Starlight Priestess Official, something like that, across the board. So that's how you find me. And if you would like personal private readings, I have several decks. If you would like a mermaid reading, subscribe to my Patreon. That's a weekly reading. If you would like, like I said, if you'd like personal private readings, feel free to DM me and we can discuss. But for now, collective group reading, card number 5, Enlightenment, moving forward. So I feel like this is such a pretty card. They're all such pretty cards. I love them. They're so beautiful. Pretty. So I feel like good things take like long-term success is built over time. That's what we got from the last one. But what we need to plan for certain things. We need to plan for certain eventualities. We need to plan for not just one plan either, because obviously if things don't go to plan, then what do you do? So going forward, being able to let go of those self-doubts and those like limiting beliefs, believing in yourself, accepting that you are able to succeed. You have to just give it time. Moving forward, what is the plan? What are the plans? What plans have you got in place? Because we cannot just sit back and expect success to come to us. Oh, my leg has been bent for far too long. We cannot just sit back and expect success to come to us. We have to actually do something to work towards it. So what are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? Like, seriously, what are we doing here? Moving forward, what are your plans to help you succeed in the things you want to succeed in? What's the plan? What are the steps you need to take in order through, like, over time, in order to succeed and to rid yourself of those limiting beliefs and to gain that self-confidence and that belief in yourself? What's the plan, guys? What are we planning? What are we plotting? And for any of us that are afraid to succeed because we're afraid we might fail, failure is how you learn. Try again. And for those of us that are a bit like me and are like, well, the more success I have and the more I have to lose, start again. You are starting from experience. Such cliches, I hate them, but they're not wrong. They are widely said for a reason. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. But I feel like as long as we have those plans in place, as long as we give it time, as long as we work through our issues when it comes to success, as long as we let go of those doubts and those limiting beliefs and we build that self-confidence, that is when we achieve the success. That is when we gain the things that we want to gain. You know? Card number 6. We're only at half an hour. We're doing all right. Rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. We had this one last week as well. Getting some repeating themes here, guys. Either it's because everybody needs the same message repeatedly at the moment because we're constantly gaining new people in the squad, in the Star Squad, or because people are joining in for every single live reading. They're watching all of them all the way through. Thank you very much if you're doing that. But you're not actually listening to what the cards are saying. We need to listen to what the cards are saying. Otherwise, I am doing these readings for no reason, which is a little bit sad, and I'm just sat here talking to screens. I don't want to be sat here talking to screens alone. I'm not alone. I've got several people watching me. Hi, guys. So rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. I feel like there are some things that we may have put to the side. For example, in my case, that would be my YouTube channel. Got put to the side. It got pushed to the side because I never had time for it. I never made it a priority. I never pushed myself to create, even though I wanted to. I never really properly pushed myself just to see what I could do with it, what I could achieve with it, what we could achieve with it as a collective community, what I could create within this community. So that's my example. So maybe taking something that you know you want to do. Perhaps you've already started it and it just kind of fell to the wayside, like I did with my YouTube channel. Perhaps it's something new that you want to try. Giving yourself a chance to succeed. Giving yourself the chance to succeed. What do you need to give yourself that second chance in? Because I feel like that is very much widely linked to the success that you could gain here. I feel like giving yourself that second chance, having that belief in yourself for something that you have wanted for so long. Oh, babe. Sorry, he's so tired. For something that you have wanted for so long, and something that I feel like is kind of a defining character or defining trait or something for us. So, for example, with me, that would be my creativity, my desire to create, my kind of drive to try and help people and provide for my community, this community that we are creating together. Give yourself that second chance. Maybe something that you have already started and it just kind of fell to the wayside. Maybe it's just a chance to start over and try something new. Trying something new. What new can we try this week? But giving yourself that second chance. What do we need to give ourselves a second chance in? That is the question. What do we need to give ourselves a second chance in? So that was card number 6. Card number 7. We're just past half an hour, so we're doing all right. Resilience, finding your limits. Oh, that is gorgeous. I don't think we've seen that one before, but I love it. Ice Dragon, baby. Moving into the darker half of the year. That is perfect. So we've got pretty, and then got pretty up here too. Yeah, boy. I told you earlier that wasn't going to be the last time I yawn. I'm tired. I've been up really early. It's been a long day. It's late. So resilience, finding your limits. I feel like this one is... It does kind of speak for itself, but it is a test of your character. Whether you can fight those doubts and those limiting self-beliefs. You can grow the confidence. You can overcome your fear of success or fear of failure. Whether you can take the test of time, do the test of time to give yourself that time to build and to grow and to curate something. Whether you can make those plans and give yourself a second chance. This one is about knowing where your limits are and seeing if we can push just that little bit past them to achieve what we are desiring. Because no matter how you look at it, in order to achieve something new, change has to happen. Because if you could achieve what you desire in exactly the same position that you're in now, you would already have it. Some changes need to take place in order for us to gain exactly what we are desiring. So within those changes taking place, whether that is letting go of the doubts and the limiting self-beliefs, whether that is finding new things to try and finding your confidence in them, whether that is overcoming fear of success or failure, whether that is just having some patience for things to build and grow as you work towards them, and just be continuous, no matter how low the numbers are, no matter how few people you think are seeing your content or whatever you're creating, know that you are doing it for yourself above all others. And when you are doing it for others, know that your audience will find you. The people you need to attract will find you. The people that you are actually going to help will find you. The people that you are going to, the people whose lives you are going to change will find you. You would not have the drive to do with your life what you want to do with your life if you weren't actually meant to complete it. Hi. So I feel like the question for this one is, what do you do to push that little bit past your limits? Because plus ultra is where things are achieved. To quote my tattoo and use My Hero Academia phrase, plus ultra is where things are achieved. When you go that little bit beyond your limits, when you see where your limits are and be like, I can take one more step. Like, I thought I couldn't. I thought I was done, but I'm not done. I can take one more step. And that becomes a new limit. Then you take one more step, and that becomes a new limit. And then you take one more step, and that becomes a new limit. Then you take one more step, that becomes a new limit. And then you just keep going. Hello. This is what we are trying to do. We're trying to build something for ourselves. We are trying to curate the life of our dreams. That's what we're all here for. That's what we're all trying to do. We are not here to, oh, thank you. We're not here to live for other people. We're not here to live for other people. We are here to live our own lives. We are here to find our own purposes. We are here to help each other and try and inspire each other and create. We're all here to create something. Big or small, there is a difference only you can make. And if we're all trying to live for other people, then that difference may never get made. You know? So what have we had so far? So we've gone through all 7 cards. For those of you that are joining new, I am the Starlight Priestess. I do private oracle readings as well, but this is a weekly collective group reading for what we need to know for the week ahead. I do these every Saturday around this time. So yes, card number 1, dominance, believing in yourself. Hi. Dominance, believing in yourself. What are we giving ourselves permission to try this week? That is what the card number 1 is, because you got to believe in yourself. Did you have a nice Halloween? I had a great Halloween. Thank you for asking. Besides the early shift that surprised me. What do we need to give ourselves permission to try this week? Because sometimes believing in yourself is trying something new. Did you go trick-or-treating? No, I did not go trick-or-treating. Unfortunately, it was raining a lot, and I was doing a dedication to Nyx instead because I finished my year in a day. So card number 2 was grief, accepting loss. What do we need to let go of in order to be our best selves? What do we need to let go of in order to be our best selves? That's card number 2. Card number 3, transcendence, achieving success. What are you afraid of when it comes to success? Why are you afraid to succeed? Because personally, as a personal example, I am afraid of having more to lose. I'm afraid of having more to lose. The more you have, the more you have to lose. And that is something that does worry me, because I know that having more to lose means that you hurt more if you do lose it. But we have to take a chance. We have to try and move past these fears, move past these things, so we can achieve our success. Because trying and consistency and just keep going, that is how you achieve. making new limits, finding your limits and pushing past them and making new ones. That's how we succeed. So what are you afraid of when it comes to achieving success? Card number 4 was time. What are you trying to rush? We need to not rush. Good success is built. True success is built over time. So what are we trying to rush? That is card number 4. Card number 5 is enlightenment moving forward. What is our plan? What is plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, all the way through to plan Z, baby? What is the plan? Because without having steps in place and backups and things like that, that is how we organize. That is how we turn an idea from a dream into reality. Oof. So we need the plans. What is the plan? Figure out what you want to do with your life. Easier said than done. But once you have an idea, the spark, the thing that you are the most passionate about, once you have that and you are able to break that down into baby steps, you have your plan. You have your ability to move forward, and you have your ability to live that life of your dreams. Card number 6, rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. What do you need to give yourself a second chance in? Maybe it is a second chance at life. Maybe it is a chance to try something you wanted to try as a kid. Maybe it is a project that you've already started that you never finished. Give yourself that second chance. That is how, like, finding that self-belief, letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go of whatever fear of success or failure you have, giving yourself the time to build up something new, having that plan moving forward, giving yourself a second chance to achieve your dreams when you maybe thought that there was nothing to be achieved anymore. Everybody has wisdom to share. Everybody has the ability to make their dreams a reality. We would not be so passionate about these things if we weren't meant to do something with them. We would not be so passionate about these things if they weren't meant to touch our lives in some way. So what do we need to give ourselves the chance to do? What do we need our second chance in? That is card number 6. And card number 7 is resilience, finding your limits. How do we push past those limits? Because one more step, and then one more step, and then one more step. Every step is a step in the right direction. How do we push past those limits? We find our limits. How do we push past them? How do we get the determination and the motivation to push past them? When we are so tired from everything that's going on in our lives. When we are so tired from just having to adult, from having to socialize, from having to eat 3 meals a day and take a shower every day. Just existing is exhausting sometimes. How do we find that inner spark, that inner starlight? How do we push past our limits? That is this question. How do we push past our limits? That was the main primary collective reading. I'm feeling the need to check the bottom of the deck. Oh, I love this card. Friggin' unicorn dragon, babe. Transformation, defining yourself. Because believing in yourself, letting go of the limiting and doubtful beliefs, finding why we are afraid of success or failure, giving ourselves that time to build a plan, put it into action, giving ourselves that second chance, and pushing past our limits. We redefine ourselves. We redefine our own lives. We redefine what we can be. Sorry. Talking a lot. I don't have a drink with me this time. Redefine ourselves. Redefine our own lives. I know I need to charge you before going to bed anyway. Redefine our own lives. We define our own path. We define who we are. We define what we get to be. We are the ones that choose. You choose. You are in control of your brain. Technically, your brain is in control of itself, but you are in control of your brain. You have the ability to make yourself believe in yourself. If you have the ability to doubt yourself, you also have the ability to believe in yourself. And that is something I will stand firm on. I will die on that hill. It's not always the easiest thing to put into practice, but it is there. If you have the ability to doubt yourself, you have the ability to believe in yourself, because it's just a thought process. It's just thoughts. You can choose whether they are positive or negative. You control your brain. You control your thoughts. You control your emotions. You define yourself. So you have the ability to choose to believe in yourself. You have the ability to choose to block out and let go of all of the things that are holding you back. You have the ability to choose success. You have the ability to plan and to give yourself time to make that a reality. You have the ability to choose yourself again and again and again until what you want comes to you. You have to work for it. You still have to work for it. But once you continue to work for it, once you continue to push past your limits, once you continue to show up, you continue to define yourself, the life that you want will flow. The life that you are after will flow. So we define ourselves, we define our own lives, we define our own energies, we define who we hang out with, we choose. You choose your company. Surround yourself with people that also choose you. Surround yourself with people that also believe in you. So, how are we defining ourselves today? How are we defining ourselves today? What are we doing to provide... backclick. What are we doing to provide the universe that energetical blueprint to give us more of what we want? We get to choose that. How are we defining ourselves today? Are we defining ourselves with gratitude and self-belief and success and prosperity? Or are we defining ourselves with doubt and limiting beliefs and listening to others far too much? And, trying to rush everything because everything needs to be a quick fix, trying to push ourselves onto others and then getting mad when they bounce back, trying to, I don't know, whatever it is in your life that is just kind of like a little bit of a negative trait. What are we trying to do? How are we defining ourselves this week? Because you get to choose. You get to choose your self-belief. You get to choose your success. May take time. Will take time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. But if you have that commitment, you have that self-belief, you have the plans in place, you are able to let go of everything that you are afraid of, that is when the life of your dreams will flow. And there it is. So, I can probably linger for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to have to dip because it's getting really late and I've got a really, really long shift tomorrow. Is anybody lingering that wants any questions? Any questions about the reading? Any questions about, I don't know, my channel, my tarot services, my books? Because I wrote books, guys. Woohoo! Any spiritual related questions? I don't know. Just gonna kind of gabble for 10 minutes, maybe. If nobody actually starts commenting, maybe I'll give it 5 minutes to comment, and then we'll just see how it goes from there. Anybody have any questions about my readings or about spirituality in general, or I don't know. I mentioned earlier that my Halloween plans had nothing to do with trick-or-treating and more to do with me doing a dedication to Nyx. Nyx is my matron goddess. She is primordial deity born of chaos. She's the goddess of night, technically. She's Greek in origin, and I have literally yesterday completed a year and a day of shadow work and internal healing and such, or starting on the journey of. But I've done it for a year. Year and a day is a very pagan tradition, but I did my year and a day, and I've done my dedication. I did it yesterday. I am technically, officially, a Starlight Priestess. I am a priestess of Nyx. Nyx is goddess of night and stars, so Starlight Priestess. That's kind of where I got the idea of my channel name from, anyway. That it kind of built from the idea of like the Starlight Witch. Excuse me. Kind of built from when I first started up my YouTube channel, probably about 5 years ago now. I was the Starlight Witch, and I said, "Hey witches, what's up, witches?" And then I realized that not everybody that watches my channel actually identified as a witch at that point. So I was like, "Okay, Starlight Witch. We'll just shorten it to Starlight, and you'll be the Star Squad." And then took a break from YouTube, came back, doing my utmost to revive it, because this is what I actually want to do. I love getting to chill with you guys. I just wish it was slightly less exhausting because I have other life responsibilities, unfortunately. But despite all that, I love to create content. I love to do the lives with you guys. I love to do readings for people. I love to create books that I'm creating. I'm just finishing up the last touches on a shadow work journal. For those of you that are interested in that, it was inspired by Nyx, obviously, because Nyx is my girl. Yeah. See if we can tick past that hour mark. But yeah, so did my dedication ritual to Nyx. I mean, the remnants of it are here. Yes, I may have burnt a hole in the bottom of the tub. Don't use plastic if you're using candles. Fire safety. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Did my dedication to her. What did you guys do for Samhain? What did you do for Halloween? Anything interesting? Anybody do anything interesting for... I call it Samhain. Some people call it Samhain. Or Hallows Eve. Halloween. Technically today, in my time zone, is All Saints Day. It's the day after Halloween. I'm very, very tired. Oh, I need to take my makeup off, yeah. Ugh. Any questions about the readings? I have noticed that there have been a few people dipping in and out. Any questions or comments or anything from anybody? Got lots of people joining. Hello, peoples. If you would like to book me in for a private reading, I have several tarot cards and oracle decks So this is the one that I use for these weekly live readings. It's the Star Dragon Oracle, Paolo Barbieri. There's no guidebook or anything like that. It's purely intuition and deciphering messages from imagery. I also have the Mermaid Oracle deck that I use for my Patreon readings. I get once a week readings there. I also do room readings and journal prompts for anyone that is interested in signing up for my paid tiers. I think it's like £3 a month for the first one, and then it kind of gradually goes up because that's how Patreon works. Oh gosh. But yeah, I also have several other decks, including like demons and stars, and I've got other dragon decks that I might try and use. I've got a couple of oracle decks, so you can use any of those. If you would like a personal reading, feel free to DM me or reach out in the comments to try and book that with me. I would be happy to do that for you. Yes, it does cost, because it is my time and my energy that I'm using for this thing. My energy drink is wearing off now. Had to have an energy drink after work because I knew that I'd be doing a live and I still had stuff to do. If you haven't already, please consider going and checking out my other socials. So obviously YouTube, you're already here. TikTok, you're already here, but I have a YouTube channel as well. I've got Instagram, I've got Patreon. Feel free to check those out if you would like to support me further. Jesus, yeah, it's getting really late. I'm getting really sleepy now. Right, but then in 5 minutes. I was kind of planning for it to end in about 5 minutes, but thanks. Yeah. So if you would like to book me in for any readings, if you would like to support me in any way so that I can continue to do these things without being completely exhausted, that would be fantastic. Thanks. Any new followers, new subscribers, thank you very, very much for your support. I appreciate you. Getting a little bit, like, you know when you're so tired that you feel a little bit drunk? Yeah. We're getting to that point, but we've got 2 more minutes. Give it 2 more minutes, see if anybody's actually got any comments. I know I had somebody asking earlier if I do readings. I do readings. Besides tarot and oracle, I also do intuitive readings, which is basically just asking me questions. I am claircognizant, so I do just kind of tend to get random downloads from Nyx primarily, but also just universe, spirit guides, all that kind of stuff. So I do intuitive readings, I do oracle readings, I do tarot readings, I do rune readings. I've got a set of heartfelt runes that I had made for me. If anybody is interested in any of those, please feel free to DM me and we will figure out a price point for you. Because I try, when it comes to my kind of like creative stuff, I try to be kind to myself and kind of charge what I'm worth, I suppose. But I'm also very, very mindful that the world is tough and people are broke and they still deserve to have nice things. So I kind of go by budget. So whatever someone can afford, like the most that they can reasonably afford. And if they think it's worth it, like if someone has literally £10 to their name and they've got 50p to spare, I will take 50p. If they've got, I don't know, £20 to their name and they take up an hour of my time, I will happily take £20. But yeah, I try and go by budget. I try and make my stuff, like any services I give, as accessible as possible, just because like I said, the world's tough. People are broke, but people still deserve to have nice things. You know, we deserve to have the success. We deserve to have the treats. We deserve to have all the goodies. So if anyone would like a reading, please feel free to DM me, private message me in any way that is available through various social medias. And we can figure out a price point for you, depending on what you're asking for. Completion and renewal. Yeah, we had that one last week as well, I think. I want a reading. Like I said, if you would like a reading, please DM me. We can figure out a price point for you. I'm not doing them now. I've just finished up a collective reading. Arsenal, please stop. Stop being creepy and weird. I've just finished up a collective group reading. I'm just reshuffling them just to give my hand something to do so I don't pick in my face. Any personal private readings I do take kind of like a commission for, I guess. That's Hayden, that's even worse. Please stop. Guys, please stop being creepy. Please stop being creepy. I don't want to have to meet you. Please stop being creepy. Yeah, if anyone wants readings, I'm getting very, very repetitive because I am very, very tired. I am very burnt out. If you would like to further support me, please do consider going and... Yeah, I am. I'm trying to finish up the live, but you guys keep chatting and being weird and creepy. Give me a minute. What was I saying? If you would like to further support me, please consider checking out my other socials. I've got my YouTube channel, got TikTok, got Instagram, got Patreon. Yes, that's very nice. Thank you. Because the more support I have on those kinds of channels, the less hours I have to do at my workplace because I actually get paid for them. So this is something I would actually like to do for a living, and it is currently not making me much money. So the more support I have, the better, and I can continue to bring you things like this that will... That's my boyfriend. Thanks. And he is snoring because he's just as exhausted as I am. Yeah, the more support I get from you guys, the more I can do things like this without being tired and kind of loopy. Considering I don't actually know you, that's... Guys, can you please stop being creepy? What is it with TikTok comments? That's not normal. That's not okay. Hi, Luca. I'm in your head. Yeah, creepy, weird. Too tired to deal with this, guys. Please no. Yeah, I do these live readings weekly. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Trying to actually... If you are able to stop being creepy and weird, then yes, I forgive you. But only if you stop it. What was I saying? I'm too tired for this. Yeah, I do these every week, and I'm getting really, really tired of those kinds of comments. Please just I'm dying here, guys. I'm trying to do too much. I'm trying to do too much. Headache. Okay, yeah, I need to go. We've cracked over an hour anyway. I've been talking for over an hour, so you guys have definitely had enough of me. Don't listen to the haters. Luca, I'm trying not to. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. Thanks. Yeah, I do these lives every week, and I've got YouTube channel, got TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, all the things. If anybody would like to support me yes, I have said that 3 times because you guys keep interrupting me with creepy comments. I'm trying to finish off my live. I keep getting distracted. Don't speak to them then. You're one of them. Jesus. Okay, YouTube has no comments. YouTube is quiet. We're going to talk to YouTube. I do these weekly. We pull 7 cards from this deck and potentially the bottom one, depending on how I'm feeling. It is a kind of communal group reading. For any private readings, please message me in DMs. Follow me. On all of the socials. Support me however you can, which is very beggy and preachy right now, but I'm very, very tired. If you would like to follow me and support me however you can, then across the board. And if you would like my books, they're on Amazon. I will actually be releasing another one this week, I think. So it'll be the Everyday Witch by Riley Storm and Shadows and Starlight. This is a shadow work journal for 6 months. Shadow work journal. That'll be hopefully coming out in the next week or so. I will do a actual video release to do a bit of promo for those things. Yeah, other than that, I have rambled on a little bit too long, and I've let some people distract. I'll be in your live. That's I just not wear makeup for these things anymore. It seems to attract creepy people. Yeah, I'm calling it because I'm knackered. So hopefully I will see you guys next week. I would prefer you if you were slightly less creepy, but as long as you can cut it with the creepy comments and actually show some interest, stick around. Yeah, hopefully see you guys next week. Feel free to obviously watch this back as many times as you want to for the cards and the questions. And okay. Remember, I'm not just talking to the current viewers, I'm talking to future viewers as well. But yeah, so that is the live for this week, I think, because I'm getting a very, very bad headache and I need to go to bed. So be unapologetically you, no shame, and I will see you in the next one. All right.